Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives? Hello and welcome to another episode of So Are the Days of Our Lives? I'm your host, Olivia Willis, and today it's our first episode of 2026. Happy New Year, everyone. We're starting the new year off with a bang with, I'm going to go out on a limb and say a fan favorite. Grant Sorenson is back on the pod.
There have been no DMs asking for my return, no sort of begging from the fan base. No, I think it's probably because I was verbally attacked on the last episode.
I wanted to open space for you to any response. I'm here this podcast is now actually a vehicle for a feud for you and Meredith.
Yeah.
Great.
It's
great.
This is our couples therapy and you are our
I'm Orna.
Orna, okay. I don't watch it, but AJ, my husband, watches it. And I'm always a little bit like, should I be watching it with, is he learning things that he will now use against me? Because I don't know. No, I love, listen, the War of the Roses, Hatfields and McCoys, like there are great feuds throughout history. And I think Meredith and I are just going to always be the Capulets and the Montagues.
Famously. And I love that, you both have big feelings about Days of Our Lives and this podcast, clearly. And I'll take it.
Hello, Days of Our Lives, famous feuds.
Feuds. Oh my God, you guys are
versus...
so DiMeras Kyriakis. Yes. Okay, that's what we're going to lean into. I'll make merch. I'll make Team DiMera. And it's, which one do you want to be? Maybe you can be Team DiMera and she can be Team Kyriakis.
What was the family with Vivian and Leo's ex?
Dimitri von Leuschner.
Oh, well, I want to be a von Leuschner.
Team Alamein. Team Alamania.
Yes. The Codicil. Team Codicil.
Team Codicil. I literally just saw a headline in like the current episodes that are airing in January 2026. Dimitri von Leuschner is coming back. So I have to catch up.
You got to get there.
I'm 11 months behind.
You got to warp speed.
I know. I got to get there. Also, I obviously follow the Days of Our Lives Instagram on my podcast Instagram. And they'll post their like teasers for the week. And I keep seeing these crazy spoilers. And I just have to hope that in 9 months or whenever I get there, I will have forgotten. Because I'm literally like, why are they kissing? Like, what's happening?
I know. It was kind of weird watching this episode to be like, oh, when we met Chanel and Johnny way back in the day when Chanel was just a gigging actress auditioning for a soap opera. I mean, I was like, wow, like the things that we were talking about with them, and then to see them here now, like the last time I saw EJ, happy to see that Jack A. Harry has not changed. Nothing has not changed. It's just sort of status quo.
She is our heartbeat.
Well, and in honor of, I'm drinking a cup of, what's that tea you like? English breakfast, something like that.
And then she's like, how thoughtful of you to remember my obscure tea that order. I like.
Yeah. the most commonly known. I was like, listen, I gotta brew up a cup.
Oh my gosh.
While I chat with Olivia.
In honor of Amy Choi and Mayor Paulina Price. Incredible. Yes. Oh my God. Well, we have a lot to cover, so we should probably just dive in.
Let's do it.
Today we are recapping season 60, episode 153. I still have roughly 100 more episodes of season 60 to get through, just for the record.
It took me quite a while to scroll down to this one.
It's not a good look. I know. I'm going to start moving faster. I'm sorry. So this episode aired Wednesday, March 26th, 2025. Were these a lot of new characters? Or you were sort of alluding to, they were like characters you saw at a very different place.
Because I'd seen, obviously, Tate and Holly, Cool Teens.
Cool Teens. Wait, did you do the episode where we found out that Sophia was pregnant? I can't remember.
No. I met Tate and Holly the episode with the car crash. And Holly's mom is in the car crash and she's giving birth on the side of the road.
Oh, yes.
How could we forget?
And
And I
Leo
think
and Dimitri assist her
are
roadside
the
birth.
ones, the doctors, the
They are
midwives, the
doctors.
midwifery. Um, and EJ was in that episode, and then Chanel and Johnny and
Uh-huh.
Jack A. Harry were in the soap opera,
Body and
which
Soul.
which is no longer even a
Which
plot
is
point. I mean, they're
defunct.
just
Well, they
done.
literally moved production to LA and
Yeah.
everyone got replaced, which isn't that just how the
I mean,
industry
that's how it
goes?
goes. That's how it goes. So I think the
Insane.
only really new people in this one were Sophie,
Sophia,
okay,
other
and
cool
her
team,
mom,
and her mom.
and her
Yeah, that
mom.
makes
Yeah,
sense. Okay, cool.
her bitch of a mom.
Her like Handmaid's Tale mom.
Truly, like the
Yeah.
commander's wife rolled in.
Alrighty, let's dive in. This
Hit it.
episode begins with a very pensive Tate
Hmm.
Black, very deep in thought. So deep
Hmm.
in thought that we go right into a flashback. I love that when
Yeah.
it's like no words, just
Hmm.
flashback.
This entire like opening sequence is very internal. Like it's a lot of people thinking and remembering
And
and
texting
and
and
texting and sort of like just mulling. Everyone's mulling right now.
everyone is mulling at the top of this
Yeah.
episode. That is very
Yeah.
true. So we go into a flashback of Tate on the phone the night before. He's telling someone who we later find out he's on the phone with Julie. He's telling her that Doug Williams is the one who stole her necklace. So this, we've talked a little bit about this on the podcast, but like very spark notes. Doug Williams Jr. or whatever, Dougie boy, is
Mhm.
the long lost grandson of Julie's husband, Doug, who died. And he shows up the day of Doug's funeral. He wants to form a relationship with Julie. He also owes bad men money and steals this necklace from Julie's and uses it to try to pay off these guys. But everything goes awry, and Holly has been helping him. So Tate is a teen, I don't know, like I was gonna say incel, but that's not right. Like he's just he's so threatened by Dougie
Mm.
that
And I
he
wouldn't
goes
say
into like a
incel because
blind
famously,
rage. Well, he
and well, and
famously
also he
impregnated that girl.
impregnated a girl.
That's why I said incel wasn't right.
Yeah. I loved in this flashback he was wearing a Henley that just had two buttons.
Perfect.
I was like it's basically a t-shirt. Like if you're gonna do a Henley, do
You
like
have to
four,
have
right? Like it was like one unbuttoned, one button. I was like, there, what's this doing?
Explain to me the mechanics of the shirt.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
confusing.
God. So yeah, that's the background with Tate and whatever, Dougie and the necklace. I love calling him Dougie. Now Tate's out of his flashback. He's regretting telling Julie, and he's worried his girlfriend Holly is going to find out. Dun, dun, dun. Cut to this insane stock video of this horse farm that I'm supposed to believe is the Kyriakis mansion.
Yeah, first, like just the way the gates were opening, and then like I was like, is this heaven? Like, where are we going? Like, there was like a sort of like sun streaming through
Yes,
that I
it's
was like,
so bright. The
what
field is so
reality
is this
are
heaven
we
is
in?
so true. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the Elysian fields.
They have started doing these establishing shots, and
They did one. It was the first thing of the episode. And did you ever watch the show The Circle on
yes,
Netflix?
it looks like the circle.
It's the fucking house that they would show the outside of that the people doing the circle were in.
It's totally
allegedly.
The images that they have chosen to represent these different parts of Salem have actually sent me off my rocker where I'm just like, I don't understand what kind of city we are in.
Did you notice that like a third of the way through the episode, they fully just show New York City?
That's what I was like. This is New York City. This
I
is
was
not.
like, that is one World Trade Center. It's like
this is not a sleepy suburb outside of Chicago. But yeah, apparently, what I always just imagined to be a big fancy house is a colonial farm estate in New York City.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Plantation.
Somebody had to say it.
Someone had to say it.
Somebody had to be brave enough to say it.
Plantation Wedding coming to
Salem.
Days of Our Lives.
Oh my God. So this is apparently the Kyriakis mansion where Holly lives. Holly is the only thing I can describe her action as is flopping around on her bed. She is also very pensive. She gets up, she sends a text to Doug. You okay? What happened when you told Julie the truth?
And like capital U.
Yes.
Like not you. First of all, I don't think teens text like this anymore.
Absolutely not.
I think only our parents text like this.
Correct. The fact that it is a capital U is so telling.
It's crazy. Although my mom texts like she's writing a formal letter. She's like, "Dear Grant, enter, 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 love,
enter, tab." Oh my God. So yeah, she wants to know what happened when you told Julie the truth. Meanwhile, speaking of Julie, Julie is at home in her chair, staring off in her dark gloom. When she
in her kimono.
Yes, in her kimono. When she is in this dark place, it is bone chilling to me. Yeah. She is, I worry for the woman.
It struck me in this episode that the actress who plays Julie is sort of like if Liza Minnelli was a serious actor.
Yes.
There is a quality to her like voice and just like her face that feels like Liza Minnelli, and then the sort of like flowy garments were adding to that. 100%. I was like, oh, if Liza wasn't Liza.
If Liza wasn't Liza Minnelli, she would be Susan Seaforth Hayes on her whatever 58th season of Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Shout out, love you, girl. So Julie is glum in her chair and her kimono, and who should come in to cheer her up but Austin Powers himself? This outfit is the reason why I picked this episode to recap.
Thank God you said Grant needs to do this.
I said, who can describe this outfit, Grant?
Captain Hook meets Willy Wonka meets Austin Powers. I mean, it is phenomenal.
Listeners, there will be an image on my Instagram at So Are the Days podcast. Please do yourself a favor and go look this up after you listen to this. Maggie Kyriakis, iconic redhead, makes a bold fashion choice, which is to, I think, pair her natural red hair with a deep purple, a royal purple velveteen bell bottom and sleeve suit with a legit ruffle.
Like,
what's this called? It's like it's a collar, like but all the way down the front.
It is like a Puritan woman, actually a Puritan man,
a Puritan gay man,
pirate going to the fanciest event in Colonial Williamsburg. I mean, it is.
She wore that to go just visit a friend.
She had that shit on, as the kids say.
As the kids say.
But also, they didn't actually tailor the sleeves. They just sort of tucked, like they were too long. I think
the white sleeves?
No, the white is, they wanted to show that off. So the purple sleeves of the jacket
are just tucked in.
Like, are just kind of tucked in. So it looks like one of the buttons is just sort of like flopping. I mean, it is, and she's made allegedly lemon bars in this outfit.
In that outfit, yeah.
She said just something simple to cook in.
I also love, like, obviously that's more of like an improv thing, but I really wanted Julie to be like, oh, love your outfit. Like, it's not, but we need to acknowledge that suit is in the room. We need to acknowledge it.
Yeah. The fact that there was not a single, not even a look. I mean, Julie
not even
did not bat an eye.
No, she's like Maggie again in one of her looks. So yes, Maggie comes in with these goddamn lemon bars. I swear we're talking about these lemon bars every episode. But Julie tells Maggie she can't eat them. Her stomach couldn't handle them. And I'm like, okay, I would argue that's a pretty neutral food. But I guess acid, stress, whatever. She's going to have an ulcer. And she says, and Doug won't be around to eat them because she threw him out.
Threw him out.
I threw him out.
Threw him out.
Yeah.
I thought it was good to see Julie again, not in the police station having a full crash out. That was the last time I saw her as a teen.
Oh yeah, crashing out about the fur
Yeah,
coat that she stole,
yeah.
and about how her parents don't
She's
love
come
her.
a long way.
She's come a long way since 1965.
That's right.
Classic. Now we see Dougie boy, sleeping on a park bench. Mayor Paulina Price stands over him and remarks aloud, again, very internal, very thoughtful, very musing. She goes aloud, "We have to do more to help these poor souls."
And then just puts a baked good.
She leaves a bag
at
of
his
baked
ass.
goods. Yes, okay.
His ass is sticking so far off the bench, and she's like, have a scone. Homeless person.
He's sleeping face to the back of the bench. So yeah, ass out and like knees bent.
Face down, ass up.
Yes. And she places it right in the space between like the crook of his knee and his ass, like the perfect triangle of bench to slide a baked good in. Yeah. So that's all Paulina's gonna have to say about the situation. Upon second watch, I did notice that Doug was wet, but it was like just his face and hair and the bench. But the suede jacket he's wearing is dry despite the rain.
I have so many things to say about the suede jacket and the suede boots.
Yes, he's fully head to toe in suede. I'm supposed to believe he slept outside in a rainstorm.
Through a thunderstorm.
I can't.
I was like, these would not be dry. I also got very nervous when Holly is like, "Give me your clothes," to like put them in the. I was like, do not put that suede jacket
in the dryer.
The laundry machine.
I like that you weren't nervous about like the teens undressing in front of each other. You were like, the garment care is not going to be up to snuff if Holly tries to wash.
Holly has grown up in this strange house with gates. She's never done a load of laundry in her life.
Absolutely not.
She is clueless. So I was very, because I noticed the water on the leaves, and I was like, oh, that's a really nice attention to like detail. Like I was like, that puts me in sort of a dewy morning, or like, but yeah, then I was like, but he's fully dry. So,
but he's fully dry, except like when he sits up, his face is wet, and I'm just like,
he's a little like.
Sense. I also love Paulina seeing this man basically dressed in head to toe suede, and she's like, oh, these poor souls.
Yeah. I was just in London over the holidays, and in the UK they call being homeless sleeping rough.
Oh yes, yes.
Which I love. Like, of course, in London they have like the
everything is
cheekiest
chic
way to like say, she's sleeping rough. So he was sleeping rough.
Dougie was sleeping rough.
And again, I was like, you are the mayor. What are you doing to fight this homelessness crisis?
Baked goods. And
are you listening, Jacob Fry?
Oh God. This is the point. This next scene is where I do think we get the actual aerial view of New York City.
Yep.
I just don't know. They have wrecked my understanding of what Salem is in my heart.
Yeah. And like, I guess if you're going to use a shot of a city, like make it one that is not.
Make it Indianapolis.
Immediately recognizable.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, it's just another establishing shot of Salem. Johnny DiMeras is at his in-laws' apartment. Again, the mayor lives in an apartment in Salem. Like, the mayor doesn't live on the horse farm.
Yeah, no.
She lives in a sensible high-rise apartment.
Absolutely.
Still brooding, so pensive, everyone's mulling. This time, Johnny flashes back to a previous scene where he was confronting his father, EJ. He goes, remember about Mom, Lucas, the cabin? And I'm like, this is a perfect setup for a flashback.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
EJ is stunned. Johnny reveals this story to his wife, Chanel, who is also there in this flashback, that years ago, Johnny's mom, Sammy, and her boyfriend, I think, at the time, Lucas, were in a remote cabin, and the roof collapsed, trapping Lucas. And Sammy ran to the roadside for help. And he really hits the P on help.
Yeah.
Sammy found EJ and begged him to help save Lucas, and EJ agreed, only if Sammy had sex with him Crazy drum beat. Chanel reacts in shock.
I said Chanel is gooped.
She literally, it's like
She's
it
like,
cuts to her and she's just like,
like Scooby-Doo.
yes. So that is background. This is Johnny's crisis, is that he has found out that he was conceived as the result of a sexual assault.
Yeah.
And understandably, he is rattled.
It is a little confusing when he keeps going, and then my mom ran into my dad, and my dad said that he would only, and I was like, wait, who's the dad?
Right, because he's talking to EJ, but saying it in like third person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic,
But I thought
rhetoric.
this would be a great college audition monologue.
Oh my God. Young actors take note.
Young actors take note.
Okay.
Season 60, episode 153.
Clock it. Be careful because the episode will disappear probably in about 3 months when they run out of server space. Get on it
quickly.
Okay, Johnny is pulled back to the present moment. He moseys around the apartment, just taking a look about, when he notices a giant serrated knife propped on a bowl of cream cheese alongside a bagel spread.
A full bagel and schmear. I was like, who's coming over? Like
this is just the setup for an empty apartment.
It's like, where is everybody?
Well, everybody's out at the
town square.
So this is Paulina's apartment.
Yeah.
She got pastries from Sweet Bits and left the bag on the bench with the man sleeping rough.
It was truly, like, I was like, God bless this show.
Yeah.
They were like, how do we make a knife being in an apartment logical?
Insane bagel spread. So many bagels. I
think we have to have a giant display of bagels.
Also, so it's a big serrated knife and it's propped on the biggest bowl of cream cheese I've ever seen, kind of implying that one would use the long serrated knife to spread the cream cheese.
Because there is also like a smaller knife next to it, but like the knife, I'm calling Chekhov's knife, is... Yeah, it's like a bridge to Terabithia
over a gigantic, like a punch bowl of cream cheese.
Yes.
Listeners, there will also be a visual of this knife and this bagel spread on the Instagram. Please join along. Nefarious music is playing. So yes, this is clearly a Chekhov's knife situation. The knife is going to be very present in the scene. Suddenly there's a rattling at the door. Like, I would say it's decidedly not a knock.
It's not a knock.
But it is it sounds like someone running their fingernails on the door. Like, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Which is truly
terrifying.
The most terrifying way to be
greeted.
Summoned.
So then... EJ is at the door. He calls out, asking for Johnny to open up, and Johnny grimaces and looks back down at the knife. And after the swell of drums, we get, like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Yes.
Beautiful. Back at Julie's, Maggie is shocked that Julie would throw Doug out. And then Julie reminds Maggie of her grandmother's diamond necklace from the time capsule that vanished so mysteriously the day of my husband's funeral.
Yes.
And she reveals Doug is the one who stole it. I just love, you've got to stop putting jewels in time capsules.
Well, especially if you're going to reveal them the day of your husband's memorial service.
You're begging for trouble.
Yeah, there's too much going on. Those jewels are going to go missing.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're asking for it.
How do we know he wasn't buried in them?
Oh, my God. Well, we do know. We literally know because Doug sold it to a pawn shop, and now the former district attorney, Melinda Trask, has purchased the necklace and is wearing it about town.
I was hoping we were going to get a glimpse of her in the necklace.
But it's not in the cards.
Also, so many people were just referring to her as Trask this episode.
I know, yeah.
Which I was like, what?
I know. That's because she's a hard-ass lawyer, Trask.
Yeah. And I saw Trask wearing them at the restaurant. I was like, oh, my God.
So Julie has revealed to Maggie that Doug is the one who stole the necklace.
She goes, I asked him to leave. He left.
The drama.
Simple as that.
I asked him to leave. He left. She is so Liza coded.
I wanted her to like light a cigarette and be
I asked him to leave.
Yeah.
He left.
What can I say?
When she crosses she has like a singular dramatic cross to the window. We're going to get to it. I'm getting ahead of myself. Now in the park, Doug's phone beeps and I wrote, for some reason this wakes him up, but Paulina looming over him and commenting on the state of like the homelessness crisis in America did not wake him.
The crinkling of the bakery bag did not.
I would have loved a moment where he was like, what the fuck is this? Like he moves it, but he doesn't.
He literally sits up and leaves the bag with whatever baked good is like in his crotch for the scene while he's on the phone.
He's like, oh, good. My sweet bits I bought. I got delivered.
It's like Uber Eats. They're quick.
Doug sits up. He finds he finds the pastry bag. Doug calls Holly back. Doug explains that Julie understandably felt betrayed and threw him out. And Holly's just surprised that Julie wouldn't at least give Doug some credit for owning up to the whole thing. And Doug explains he wasn't the one to tell Julie. When he got to the house, Julie already knew. And now Holly is even more confused. Who told her?
No.
Obviously, it was Tate. Back at Tate's apartment, Tate answers a knock at the door. It's Sophia, smiling maniacally.
It was a strong first impression.
I think I have a picture of it that will go on the Instagram post as well. This is a very visual savvy. Yes, she's just,
like because also her like approach into the door frame is like a part of it. She's
as
like,
he opens,
hi.
She's stepping in. Hi, and she's dressed. I think
skater girl.
I wrote Avril Lavigne. But I think it's that she works at the bistro, and I think that is
incredible,
like her work uniform. But she's wearing
I thought
it to
school uniform too. Yeah.
No. Oh my god.
Like kind of a Gossip Girl thing, but like loose tie.
Yes. Okay. So she has it loose, and her collar's kind of open. Then we do this insane bit of exposition where we explain why they're not at school. Like we have to cover the fact that it's a delayed opening because of the parent-teacher conferences. And I'm just like,
that my mom always goes to, cut to her mom simultaneously being
at a meeting to get English breakfast tea with the mayor. Yeah. Like, so nobody cares about the parent-teacher conferences.
Fuck the teachers.
I also just love this teenager, Sophia, fully pregnant, fully being like, I'm 17 years old and my mom still goes to these lame parent-teacher conferences.
Yeah, I was like, is the baby born?
No, she's pregnant, but that's why she's in the
Not visibly.
No, not visibly. She's still very early on.
Okay.
So Sophia's excited because today could be the day her mom approves of Johnny and Chanel adopting their baby. They have one more meeting today for Mrs. Choi to ask a few more questions, but if all goes according to plan, Johnny and Chanel will be their baby's parents. So this was the whole thing. Sophia's parents are extremely religious. And so obviously their daughter is an Avril Lavigne rebel girl having sex with a boy. Yep. And they have actually repeated in multiple episodes that they did use a condom. And so this is like a condoms are not 100% accurate PSA. And so she tried to get an abortion. They were going to like cross state lines to get an abortion, but then they got found out. And her mom was basically like, no, what's going to happen in her like Handmaid's Tale way. She was like, what's going to happen is you and Tate are going to get married and you're going to raise this baby. Yeah, it was very chilling. Yeah. And basically they have been like, the only way we can get around this is if we find like the perfect couple to adopt our baby. So they're really playing up the like Johnny and Chanel come from this like very religious, charmed background, and even though they like are just fully faking, to make it seem like for Amy Choi that they would be the best choice for adopting the baby.
Yeah. It seems like a great plan.
It seems like everything's going to go well.
It's a real Juno situation.
You're the great reference. Juno the film, not the hit Sabrina Carpenter song.
Or the Roman goddess.
Easy mix up.
You never know.
You never know.
This is my first time in the Horton Town Square.
For real?
Yeah.
OMG, welcome.
Yeah. I've been on the side of a desolate road. I've
Oh
been
my
in the
God.
park behind the hospital.
You've been on the floor of the hospital where they film the soap opera and also
Yep.
do hospital stuff,
Yep.
but never in the town
Yeah,
square.
never in
Well,
the town square.
welcome.
Yeah, I was excited.
It's the heart of and soul of the town. No, someone
That's
else
right.
is referred to as the heart and soul of the family later in this episode,
Alice
and
Horton.
which the town square is named after
And
her.
I think they're right.
She, much like her eponymous town
Town
square,
square.
is the heart of the community.
Absolutely.
So now Chanel, looking haggard, meets her mom Paulina in the square.
She looks, I think she
She is
looks
just like,
nice.
well, like, no,
She is in another floral peasant dress.
she's in a
So I'm
baby doll.
like,
That's the
girl,
thing.
get a look.
Baby doll floral peasant dress by haggard. She's stressed. She's
Yeah.
freaking out about.
Going through it.
Yeah. Chanel thanks her mom for joining the meeting. You know, like Paulina being the mayor, like Amy is very impressed by all of this.
Yeah.
Paulina's happy to help, and also Chanel and Johnny crashed at Paulina's place last night. Paulina's just talking about she can't imagine finding out the only reason you were born was, oh, I can't even say it. And I go, but Chanel can say it. Chanel jumps right in. Yeah, Chanel jumps right in. She's like, I just can't believe EJ, especially when he said he wasn't fully sorry for raping Johnny's mom, because if he hadn't, quote, Johnny wouldn't exist. And I just love when they use quote in a line.
Especially when they're like, and EJ said, so I'm like,
quote.
So you are setting up that you're going to quote what he said. You don't need to say. She also didn't say end quote. So how do we know where the quote ended?
Oh my God, the quote has never ended. Plus now Johnny and Chanel are worried that Amy Choi is going to find out all this stuff about EJ being a rapist. And she's already so skeptical of the DiMeras and their criminal past.
Well, and Jack O'Hara goes, EJ DiMera is one sick puppy.
Sick puppy is crazy.
It was crazy. Calling a rapist a sick puppy.
And then this is where we get into the weird, like, sins of the father. Like, the advice doesn't make sense. Like, Paulina is like, you know what they say about the sins of the father. And then she goes,
I was like, by they, do you mean the Bible?
And then
who's they?
And then she's like, doesn't Amy Choi teach Sunday school? She should know about sin. And I'm like, I don't think that means she would be okay with like no one's condoning rape, but like,
no.
That doesn't mean that she'd be like, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
I teach Sunday school. I've seen it all.
Yeah. You'd be surprised what we're covering this week.
Paulina assures Chanel that there's no need for Amy Choi to find out about all this business with EJ. And Chanel makes a face like she knows it's going to be a problem, which obviously it is.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, EJ is still hollering at the door for Johnny to open up, saying he can see Johnny's car out front. Johnny tears himself away from the bagel knife and he swings the door open and he asks EJ what he wants. And EJ pitifully says, I want you to come home, which I think is so deeply weird to say to your adult son.
Yeah.
Come home, Johnny.
EJ is like on the verge of tears the entire episode, which I was like, I mean, good on you for sustaining that. I mean, I guess, they probably shot it all in like one thing.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit like, this is like how lovers
it's
talk
romantic.
To each other.
Yes, come home.
Yeah, I want you to come home. They're like in the doorway so close to each other.
Yeah,
I
can't.
Okay.
Back it
I
up.
also loved on this set, you could see like a lot of like tape that was on the wall and like there's like dirty fingerprints. Like I was just like, oh, I love that like we're seeing the way some of the like set is just like falling apart a little bit. It's great. It's so good. There's also so much like Wayfair art on the wall. Like there's too many framed like AI art prints.
Like,
I mean, it's
home goods.
It is home goods down.
Yeah. So back at Tate's, Sophia's worried because Tate doesn't seem so excited about the prospect of the adoption, but Tate explains he just has something else on his mind. And Sophia's like, let me guess, Holly, what did she do this time?
Ready to bitch, ready to like oh yeah, Holly's being annoying again. Like,
Literally. I
girl.
cannot with this pick me bitch.
I'm also like, God, for these fucking teens, this is a lot to like. It's one thing to be like, we need to get our baby,
Yeah, like I'm pregnant and we
adopted,
need to
and
not
now
raise
I'm
it.
wrapped up in this whole necklace scandal. And they
It's
have
too much.
parent-teacher conferences today.
And like we do
Thank
have to
God they
go
had a
to
late
school.
start.
Thank God
Thank
they had a
God they
late
had a.
start.
When the fuck would they figure any of this out?
On a
Oh my
Saturday?
God.
No.
No, they have to work their
They're
part-time
bistro
jobs.
jobs.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I love Sophia being like Holly being a bitch again. Like just so yeah.
Immediately. So yeah, Tate corrects Sophia. It's not what Holly did. It's what I did. And I bet she's like, Tate can do no wrong.
Uh-huh.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway,
Although it seems like I was starting to kind of be like, I don't know if Tate and Holly are gonna last much long.
no,
Like it sort of feels like she's sort of like starting to like
very,
um
it's a gray area
what's
with
his name with
Douglas.
Dougie. But I was also like, how much older is Doug then? Like,
Grant,
is he supposed to be
I was gonna get into
their
this later.
age?
I don't know how
He has like
old
gray
he's
hair on the
supposed to
sides.
be. He is definitely not in high
Not a
school.
teen.
But so what a couple weeks ago in from this episode, Doug confessed to Holly that he has feelings for her. And Holly was like, that's okay. I'm with she basically was like, thanks. And
Ugh.
then she was like, I'm with Tate. But also this happened because Holly and Tate were going to a cabin for Valentine's Day to
Mhm.
have sex, and she was in like hot teen lingerie. I'm sorry for
Oh.
saying that. That's I shouldn't say that. It was bad.
Do not look on the Instagram for the
There
visual
will
of that.
not be an image on the
What is like
Instagram.
hot teen
Like
like pink?
yeah, it was
like the pink brand from Victoria's Secret.
it
Airy.
was like a satin set with a
Okay.
robe with a sensible robe. That's the thing. It
Okay.
wasn't like it was like
It's a full nun outfit. She's
no.
like, I'm losing my virginity tonight.
Tonight. And of course, because it's a TV show, Doug showed up at the cabin. He was like running an errand for Julie and like walks in on Holly in her
Oy, oy, oy.
state of undress. And
Uh-huh.
he tells her he's in love
Oh
with her.
God.
And she's like,
Oh.
thanks, I'm here to have sex with Tate, but we can still be friends.
Oh.
So yeah,
That's like, can oh my God, can I tell you a vulnerable story?
yes, I can cut
It's
it out
really
if you want
fast.
me to.
I don't know. Well, I guess I know why it reminded me of this, but one time when I was in high school, I was leaving Target by my house and I was
Great.
like pushing a cart to my car, and a man walked up to me and said, I just want you to know that I think you're really attractive and I would love to take you out sometime. And in my full closeted panic, I was like, "Ugh." But
You
I
were
was
like
also
Chanel
like,
when she was hearing the story about
yeah,
EJ.
truly. But I was like, I literally was just like, I'm 16. And this guy was like Doug's age.
He
Like
was a veritable Doug.
I had a real Doug moment. He was dripping wet, he was in full suede, and no, but I was just like, so I know how Holly feels when an older man confesses his
Propositions
feelings
you,
for
and
you.
then you just have to say thank you next.
Yeah, and I was like, well,
Wow.
bye.
Oh my God.
Anyway, all love to that guy. I don't know where he is, but
Hey, if you're listening, write
reach out.
in.
If you were in the parking lot of the Plymouth Target in 2006, let me know. Um,
Holler. Speaking of Doug and Holly, we're actually about to go back to them. They're still
yeah,
on the phone. You know, his theory is that Melinda Trask is the one who told Julie about the necklace because Holly and Doug have been trying to get Melinda to sell the necklace back to them so they can
yeah.
return it to Julie.
He's casual on the bench now. I love he had his
Yeah.
like legs kicked over the like arm. He was like, I honestly I wanted him to pull whatever was out of that bag and just
Start
start
munching.
munching.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
get in there.
Holly then stops all of a sudden and asks where Doug slept if Julie kicked him out. and he says he camped out. And she gives my favorite line read of the episode. She goes, like, in a tent? Like, but that isn't even doing it justice. Her face is so slack, and she,
Yeah.
like, in a tent?
Her lipstick is so pink.
Her lipstick is so pink. She has, I don't know if we've talked about it before, she has, like, the funniest mush mouth to me. Like, she's always just like, I can't believe you didn't go and you slept on the bench. Like, it's borderline Lola from Big Mouth. Like,
100%.
So, yeah, she's like in a tent.
She's like, you're sleeping rough?
They only do that in England.
Yeah.
So Doug confesses he slept in the park. Holly's livid. There was a thunderstorm last night. And Doug starts shivering to indicate he is now all of a sudden cold. Holly insists that Doug come over to her house right now, and they hang up, and Doug smirks because he is a sneaky bastard.
He knew what he was doing.
I do need someone. Usually they will like really explicitly, like the second I'm worried about two people having a romantic connection, they'll always be like, it's okay, it's okay. Because I'm always like, wait, aren't they cousins? And then they'll be like, you know how we're not biologically related. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Like they needed to speak that.
The number one
scene.
thing you do talk about when you're, courting someone
is checking the family tree. And I just really need, no one has explicitly discussed what Doug's age is. And I need that to be top of mind.
Yeah.
Now, Maggie is flabbergasted that Doug could do such a horrible thing as steal this necklace. And Julie bitterly explains Doug's excuses, but it doesn't matter. Doug is a thief, and I couldn't bear to hear his mea culpas, which never heard it said. I understand Latin is a dead language, but I would argue
that was definitely like not the kind of the way it's pronounced. But
it's famously mea culpa.
Please welcome to the stage, mea culpa.
Drag artists lock in. Mea culpa is available.
It's working.
Julie tells Maggie about how she thought meeting Doug at the gravesite after her husband died was a miracle. This was his grandson. And this is where Julie dramatically crosses the entire room to the window.
She did this thing. It's a thing that I love that actors do, where she like is sort of like going off on this, like she's like, I brought him in and he's, blah, blah, blah. And she's like talking about and she like stops herself. And then she like forces through the emotions. She's like, he seemed nice. And then like I was like, oh, yes. Like where it just got too much. And she just had to like get,
he seems nice. Yeah.
And then she had to go over to the window.
She said, I have to change my physical location. She crosses to the window. She looks up. She goes, now my heart's breaking all over again.
Well, I don't want to correct you, but she does say, now my heart's breaking all over again. Oh, I said, Julie,
cut
that G off that.
She sounds like she's about to break into song. About breaking.
Truly.
Breaking all over again. Yep. It's like a country ballad.
With the gingham curtains right next to her, I wouldn't be surprised. I loved sort of seeing all the different interior design, like characterization
aesthetics
of these homes through the episode, because we had a lot of
like
homes.
Houses.
We had Paulina's house, apartment, townhouse, whatever she lives in. We had the DiMeras mansion. We had Julie's
the Kyriakis
house.
mansion.
We had the Kyriakis mansion.
And
so I think we had
Tate's place.
Tate's place,
lives in like a,
Yeah, so we just had a lot of interiors this episode. And aesthetics. Very different. I mean, I said, listen, good job, you guys. You are giving us characterization through design.
That's why you saw the handprints on the wall of Paulina's apartment, because I firmly believe, and this is not a slight, I firmly believe they pick up that pink wall and they rotate it, and it's the white wall of Tate's house. So they were going back and forth and they missed some handprints.
Yep. Hey, listen, it happens.
Now, back in the square, Chanel is freaking out, and I think wrongly compares the whole adoption situation to taking a big test at school and knowing you're going to fail. Like, that's If that's the metaphor you use, you're not emotionally mature enough to have a baby.
If if you're still using school related,
Oh, this is just like when you're at school and you have a big test, and even though you studied, you know you're gonna fail.
and the teacher's
Immediately know.
handing out the papers, and like I was like, you could just say you feel like you're about to take a big test. Like we know what that feel like.
Or
She
like,
just
I'm
goes
being
on for
set up to
too
fail.
long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. She's like, and I'm at my desk and I have my pencils.
Yeah. She's like, and I borrowed some lead from my friend. It was .7, and like it's just like, oh my God, girl.
Ay, ay, ay. She
But also
really,
I was like, girl, you don't know these lines.
no. Oh, I literally was about to say she really struggles to get out a
She doesn't
long
know these
bit
lines.
about how worried she is about Johnny. Like he was in such a bad frame of mind. So she
Frame
really
of
is,
mind.
she's just
It's
like,
crazy.
I just, I'm just worried about Johnny. It's
Yeah.
really, it's tough.
And I like that, you know what? I think Jackie Harry did know her lines, but I think she wanted to be supportive and sort of pretended like she didn't know her lines either.
Yes.
And so she was kind of like, it's okay. You know, well, he's gonna straighten it all. He'll straighten himself out.
And that's a scene partner for the
That's right.
ages.
That's right.
Paulina assures her that Johnny wouldn't do anything to jeopardize the adoption, no matter what bad frame of mind he's in. Unfortunately,
Although he won't show up to the
although
meeting.
he's going to miss the meeting, but he won't do anything to jeopardize it, like stab his father with a big bagel knife. Unfortunately, Chanel is the one who ruins it. She yells up to the sky, praying to God that nothing screws this up.
Divine intervention.
Amy Choi appears in her beige sack dress.
Okay. And that again, I was like, you know, we give the costume designers of this show a lot of shit.
Yeah.
We make fun of these costumes a lot, especially when I'm here. But
This is
Amy
costume
Choi
design.
entered, and I said, I know exactly who this woman
I
is.
know
I
this
know
bitch.
who you are based
Yes.
on the fact that we have Paulina in her bright fire truck red
Yep.
dress.
Yep.
Chanel in her,
Floral baby doll.
floral baby doll. And then we have the most beige,
Modest.
dingy, modest,
Dishwater.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
That
it
is
was
brilliant.
great. It was a great choice. And yeah,
Yep.
she appears out of thin air. She asks Chanel why she's worried. And Chanel,
Speak of the devil.
yeah, literally, or the angel. You should know about the devil if you teach Sunday school.
That's right.
And Chanel does an impeccable, like awkward turn, cringy smile to button the scene. Do you think they study that in film school, like in film acting classes? The
Like how to
cringe
do
and
that.
smile
Yeah, like,
button. You caught me. Yeah, it's great.
Oops.
Back at Paulina's apartment, Johnny is extremely emo. He yells at EJ, I don't have a home. And he tries to slam the door, but EJ
Well,
follows
in
him
response
in.
to EJ saying, the mansion is your home.
I know. The mansion is your home. And my
Mansion
favorite
is your home.
I love Johnny hits back. He's like, no, it's just some big gaudy house. And then he goes, House of Cards, really? Built on a foundation of lies.
I was like, read that, bitch.
House of Cards is actually also maybe a great drag name.
House of Cards. That
House of
you know,
Cards, really.
it takes sort of like a hearing at once, and then it's great. Yeah, and like the way the line is constructed, or maybe just how he like sort of played it, like it's just a big gaudy house. New thought, a house of cards.
Exactly.
Built on a foundation of, and then looks EJ up and down.
Lies.
Built on a foundation of lies.
He is on one.
Yes, on a tear.
Johnny doesn't want anything to do with this house, EJ, or Nono. Don't forget, this is an Italian family, and Nono is the dead grandfather.
An Italian family with a British son.
100%, and an American grandson.
You know, blended family.
Yeah, totally. There's a shocking left turn when Johnny's like, I couldn't believe what you said about how Nona wanted you to impregnate a Brady, so you went and raped my mother.
Raped my mother.
And then he really does lean into
He
that word when
leans
he
into-
has
yeah.
it. And also, it was one of those things where, like, that wasn't a plot point in the previous episode that we flashed back to. Like, that was, like, new information
Oh, that's
to
like
me.
dropping the
So I
new-
was just like,
okay.
huh? What?
Yeah.
EJ tries to
Wow.
explain,
Okay.
you know, it was a complicated situation, but he
Okay.
thanks God Johnny is here
Is he in
as
the
a
files?
result of it.
Is EJ in the files?
EJ's in the file. It was complicated.
Mm.
How many members of the DiMeras family are in the files?
Well, I mean, not for nothing. Let's see if Dougie's in there.
Oh, God. So, yeah, he's just like, I thank God you're here. Johnny says he wishes he wasn't here. Uh-oh. Now we go
Dark.
into life-saving. EJ is assuring him he's an amazing person, but Johnny doesn't want to hear it. He can't even look at EJ. I love the power of Johnny's just shut up in this scene.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I sometimes forget how powerful just shut up as a sentence could be.
Shut up. No is a complete sentence, and so is just shut up.
Just shut up.
I also loved when he goes, "Is that how you get to bed at night?" And I was like,
Ooh.
"Is that how you sleep at night? Like, is that what you like?" Just the phrasing of "Is that how you get to bed at night?"
Is that
I was
how
like,
you get to
again,
bed at
not
night?
appropriate for a son and father to be having this
No,
conversation.
ew.
I was like, it's not
Especially
about
under
getting
these
to bed; it's about
circumstances.
sleeping. It's
Sleeping.
like, oh my God! But then
Is that how you
I
tuck
said,
yourself under the covers at night?
this is a real like acting class scene though. Like
Yes.
I was like, they are playing the wants and needs.
Yes.
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 The barriers.
I love, yeah, EJ is like, okay, I'll go, but let me say a few things before I leave. And he paces to a chair.
Takes
And
the longest cross.
I counted, there are 24 seconds of silence. When he stops talking, he crosses, he sits, he breathes, he prepares.
He plays the moment before.
24 US seconds.
Yeah.
And
That the professor would be like, cut that down
Yeah.
just a little bit, like, you know, act on the line.
yeah. Act on the line. So EJ explains to Johnny that after a long time of proving he was genuinely contrite, and because he loved Sammy so much, Sammy eventually came around to him. Sammy understood that EJ wasn't in control of his actions due to some combination of his unorthodox upbringing and his DNA. Naturally.
Crazy.
Nature and nurture is the problem.
Just a little bit of both.
And even though he behaved reprehensibly, his heart was sometimes in the right place. And Sammy eventually saw that and forgave him in time. And EJ asks Johnny if just maybe he could do the same and forgive him in time. And Johnny just glares.
Mm-hmm. He's not buying it.
I love the reality of him just being like, sometimes my heart's in the right place. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes.
Yeah, a broken clock is right twice a day.
The EJ DiMeras story. Okay, now back at the Kyriakis house. Doug limps into Holly's bedroom because now all of a sudden he's like injured and shivering and freezing.
It was
wet
hard.
puppy dog.
I mean, a bench is probably not super comfortable to sleep on.
But he was super comfy, chilling, legs splayed
That's
out when he
true.
was on the phone.
That's true. Maybe he's acting. Maybe he's trying to like
He's trying to seem more
feel
pitiful for
really,
Holly.
Yeah.
100%. She is freaking out because it's like 30 degrees out and his clothes are soaked. She tells him to give her his clothes and go take a hot shower. And there's no I'll get you a robe or clothes. She's just
let me
give me
leave
your
the
clothes.
room.
Give me your clothes.
Yep.
And he pulls off his jacket and then turns his back to her and pulls off his shirt. And this is the moment where I'm like, can someone please just be like, by the way, when's your 19th birthday? Like,
like his ID needs to like fall out of his pocket. And she's like, oh, that's funny. Your 18th birthday's coming up in 2 weeks.
It's cool that you just graduated early. Like, so dumb.
Oh, is that your PSEO report?
Now, Did you have more about that scene?
Just that I was really worried she was going to put the suede jacket in the laundry, but
That's fair. That's fair, but we covered that earlier. Meanwhile, Julie is still just beside herself. It's the breach of trust that hurts the most. She even accused her own brother of stealing the necklace, and Doug just sat there. And she wouldn't be upset over some jewelry, but it belonged to Grandma Alice,
Yes.
the loving heart and soul of the whole Horton family.
I was very happy to have the Alice Horton mention.
Yes, who you
Icon.
know from the first ever episode
I know very well. Yes.
I know her very well.
Yep.
Maggie asks Julie how she found out, and Julie explains that she went out to dinner at the bistro with Doug and JJ and spotted Trask wearing her grandmother's diamonds. And in a very similar, like, freeze frame shocked moment, like, Maggie's jaw drops. Like, it's like...
Yeah.
react. Julie confronted Melinda in the restaurant, who insisted there was no way the necklace was stolen. And she goes, and Doug just stood there. And I'm like, what? I feel like you said Doug just stood there twice in this scene, and only one of them was written.
Yeah.
Then there's this weird thing where Maggie's like asking if the police linked Doug to the necklace.
Yeah.
And Julie's like, no, I just got a phone call from Tate Black. I love it when she does that. When she'll never just be like, from Tate Black. She'll go, from Tate Black.
She's endowing it with meaning.
Yeah.
She's playing all that. Yeah. And then, I don't remember exactly what she was responding to, but Maggie asked her some question and she goes, no, not really. I was like...
I think that's when she's asking, like, oh, the police they figured it out. And she's like, no.
Yeah, I just love that, like, Maggie's like, oh, so you have concrete proof, right? That this is what happened. And she's like, no, just a phone call.
A phone call from a random teenage boy. And I threw his ass out. Yeah. Meanwhile, Tate has told Sophia the entire saga. Sophia's like, wait, so why did he steal the necklace? I just love that as a transitional, like, a story has been told in the interim. Yeah. Tate explains Doug owed some money. He saw an easy way out, LOL. Tate is such a Republican.
Wow.
I can't.
Whoa.
Somebody had to say it.
Yep.
Doug had confided in Holly about the necklace, and Holly told Tate. But Tate had promised Holly he wouldn't tell anyone. But last night he broke that promise. Dun, dun, dun.
And so what prompted him to break that promise?
Jealousy.
Okay.
About the amount of time Doug was spending with Holly.
Well, he is not going to like what's going on in her bedroom right now.
Right this second. Strip. No, and... Tate sort of claimed that there was an undercurrent of, like, Holly is implicated in all of it now. So, like, if Julie pressed charges, like, Holly could get in trouble. Sure. But I'm like, that ship has sailed. Like, turning Doug in isn't going to help.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think it's just a mess no matter
what.
I
think it's just jealousy. Back in the square, Chanel's trying to backtrack with Amy. She insists, anyone in her position would be nervous about this adoption going through, ha ha ha. And Paulina saves the day by suggesting they sit at a cafe table and order that tea Amy likes so much.
What's that tea? What was it called again,
like
dear?
So much? English breakfast.
Ah, yes. Oh, God. I don't know if they'll have it. I mean, we'll have to ask and see.
Pretty rare.
And then orders 3 of them into the air. She's just like, 3 English breakfast teas.
Not a server in sight.
Not a waiter.
Sophia's not on the
she's
clock
not
yet.
Clocked in yet.
They sit. She doesn't want to keep them in suspense. She's been praying over this decision, asking God for his guidance. Oh, and also consulting my lawyer and my husband. I cannot.
3 most important men in her life.
The Holy Trinity. And Amy reveals that they are okay going through with the adoption. Something about the way she's like,
she said
we would be okay with the adoption. And I had
it's because she goes that we would be comfortable with you. And
I was like, comfortable. And I thought the first time she said uncomfortable.
I know. I was like, that is one you do a second take on.
Yes.
Because it's so confusing.
Yes. Like, I'm literally just going off the fact that all of a sudden Paulina and Chanel are
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, she must have not said
She must have,
uncomfortable.
yeah. I was like, did they mishear?
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be awkward.
Like all of us did.
Paulina and Chanel are thrilled. Chanel's kind of dry crying. Amy says her lawyer just had a few questions for them to go over. She pulls out her tablet to open the document and stops cold. Apparently, her tablet was open and refreshed to the homepage of the Salem Spectator. Like, it is repopulated with new news.
Yes. Excuse me, Leo Stark byline.
Correct. This is his new gig.
Yep.
Amy dramatically turns her tablet to Chanel and Paulina to show them the article with EJ's picture titled DiMeras in Disarray by Leo Stark.
Once again, we just have to give it up for the graphic design department of Days of Our Lives, because this is ostensibly a newspaper page, but it is like a glamour shot of EJ.
Yeah, he's like
brooding. and then word art like down the side of it.
It's like a yearbook photo, like a yearbook page, like a high school yearbook page.
Olivia, thank you. That is exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was like, this is not a reputable
news outlet. Now, Johnny's still fighting with EJ. He says there's no way in hell he could ever forgive EJ. And he's about to launch into a monologue that starts... I recently was thinking about how everything I knew was a lie.
It's incredible.
But then he goes, and that made me think about what's true. Which perfect
sort of
juxtaposition. And the what's true is the fact that everything EJ touches dies. And then I'm about to start using this in an audition.
And I'm also like, again, there's like great material for some young people.
Yes.
And you, Olivia.
And
you're
me,
a young person too.
Catch me at the next EPA in the Equity Building doing this.
Me.
So he goes off. The destruction you leave in your wake. The women who come into your life and leave like wilted flowers, shells of themselves. Damn.
Someone in that writer's room clocked in that day.
They did. They said, I've been waiting for this one.
Someone in that writer's room might have some lived experience with a toxic man.
With an EJ. With a classic EJ. Johnny says there's nothing to work out between them and EJ needs to just go. Johnny steps aside and brusquely gestures to the door. EJ seems genuinely devastated as he trudges to the door, and Johnny suddenly turns to eye the bagel knife once again. He stops EJ and says, before you go, there is one more thing. And EJ turns around hopefully. You really think he's going to use that knife?
I know, something's happening.
And meanwhile, Maggie's confused how Tate knew about all the necklace, and Julie doesn't have the details. But Tate just said that Doug confessed it. Maggie asks if Julie wants her to stay, keep her company. But Julie insists...
He's like, please, no.
Please, I can't keep looking at your collar.
No, I have a migraine
from your velveteen suit.
From your zoot suit you decided to wear here today.
Julie assures her Thomas and Charlotte, who are her grandkids, kind of. Like, I don't actually remember how they're genetically related. They live in the house.
Sure.
They'll be back from school soon. She just wishes she could stop worrying about Douglas Williams III. I'm just like, we know now when you're talking about Doug, you're talking about the living Doug. You're not talking about the dead Doug.
Yeah. I think if it's an active conversation, probably...
I'm worried about where he slept. I'm worried about if he's okay. We know which Doug you're talking about.
And see, she's conflicted.
Maggie understands, no matter what Doug did, he's still family. And Julie quips that at least Doug appreciated Maggie's lemon bars. And I wrote drink. Like, we need to have a drinking game every time the lemon bars are referenced.
Yeah. And then they have this whole weird thing about, oh, when he comes over, he
yes,
just inhales them.
Yes, yeah, Maggie's like, oh, every time Doug's
like,
at
just
my
fuck
house.
Him.
We know what you want, you purposely
Yeah, you
bitch.
and your granddaughter.
So, yeah, something then occurs to Maggie. She's like, Holly and Doug have become quite close. What does Holly know about all this? She's really putting it together like a detective. Yep. Meanwhile, Doug's just awkwardly standing shirtless in his jeans in Holly's room. Holly says she's going to ask Maggie about Doug staying at the house, and Doug panics because, you know, Maggie and Julie are friends. Holly's sure Maggie doesn't even know about all this yet. Wrong. News travels fast. Doug also points out that Tate won't be happy about Doug camping out in his girlfriend's bedroom, and Holly says she'll worry about Tate.
Okay, but also I'm like, this is a mansion.
Correct. That was my...
There's a guest room.
I literally wrote that. I was like, if we're asking Maggie's permission for you to stay over, you're staying in a separate room, you absolute pervert.
Yeah.
Why do you think you're staying in the room?
Yeah. Again, camping out. Like, enough with that phrase.
Enough.
Yeah.
Sleeping
like,
rough in Holly's mansion floor.
I'll be sleeping rough in Holly. End of sentence.
And
yeah, I'm like, this is just the details of this arrangement are troubling.
Troubling to say the least.
Troubling.
Now, meanwhile, Tate's just whining about how he doesn't know why he told Julie. He was just upset about how much time Doug and Holly have been spending together. And he's like, plus Melinda knows Holly was covering for Doug. Holly could go down as an accomplice. So he just wasn't even thinking. He dialed Julie's number, and before he knew it, the words were pouring out. How did he have Julie's number? It's a small town. It's a small, big city of New York.
It's a small metropolis.
He tells himself he was acting to protect Holly, but he knows that wasn't the only reason. And Sophia, in this weird, sexy baby voice, goes, "You wanted to punish Doug."
This is Cruel Intentions
so upsetting.
Level teen sex games. Like
sex games.
This is OG Gossip Girl.
Yes.
When the like marketing campaign was like reviews that were like, do not let your kids watch this show. Like, that is what these kids and adult grown man are up to.
You wanted to punish Doug. I could not believe that's how she said it. And Tate just kind of like nods awkwardly. The vibe of his nod is he's like, yes, I did, but I don't like the way you said it. Like, not the way you made it sound.
Yeah. And a little bit like, oh, I hadn't thought of that. But I don't want to like give you the like
the satisfaction.
Credit for
So yeah, he knows Holly's gonna find out and she'll never forgive him. Back with EJ and Johnny, EJ turns hopefully, "What is it, son?" And Johnny is enraged at the reference.
I told you not to call me that.
I told you not to call me son.
I think Johnny's the incel.
Yeah, Johnny, like all the men, even I was just thinking about like Tate talking about how like I was just blinded by rage. I didn't mean to tell him, but I was protecting Holly's honor, so I called Julie. I'm just like, all these men are like not in control of their actions in a way that we need to have a town forum to talk about like male.
There's a real male loneliness, male
epidemic.
Toxicity, male homelessness. Like, when the gay guys in this town are the most well-adjusted. What is going on?
Something has gone awry.
Something has gone very awry.
Oh my God. So yeah, Johnny crashes out. Then he tells EJ he'll send for his and Chanel's things.
Which is such a like line from a Chekhov play.
It's from the 1800s.
I'll send for my things. Like, I was like, okay, calm down. You're going to send for what? Your polo shirts? Like, get a life.
And then he goes, "You're dead." And then he looks at the bagel knife and goes, "To me."
To me. Hamlet.
This is Hamlet.
This is Hamlet.
This is Hamlet.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. Thank you for acknowledging that this is Hamlet.
You're so welcome.
So now we're in the square. Paulina's struggling. She's trying to pull the article up on her phone. And then Amy's like, never mind, I'll read it aloud.
You know, I was living for Jackie on that. What was the headline again? Just flipping her wig.
And then Amy's like, I've got you. It's all about how, as DA, EJ presented a public image as an enforcer of the law, but privately, he's been tied to a litany of crimes and avoided prosecution.
Sorry, a politician is corrupt? Wow.
Whoa.
Wouldn't
have guessed.
In Salem, of all places.
EJ was recently going to be held responsible for Ava Vitale's kidnapping based on the testimony of Rachel Blake. But as Rachel Blake has now disappeared, it seems EJ will escape the long arm of the law once again. I also just love the idea of Leo Stark writing the sentence, the long arm of the law.
Just so pleased with himself. So pleased.
Paulina tries to argue that everything in that article is alleged, but Amy points out that EJ's own brother is the editor-in-chief of the paper. So how spurious could these allegations be?
And Paulina is like,
define spurious.
Yeah, I think spurious is well, that's a great two idiots just I think it's kind of
it's like in Sunday school.
Unfounded,
yeah.
or
right.
sort of
I use context clues, but to just throw spurious into
it's crazy.
A conversation is insane.
Honestly, I was like, this is a woman who would use the word spurious.
You're so right. Yeah. Chanel is just staring at the table. I wrote, she is so tired of these white in-laws of hers. They are ruining her. Her white relatives are ruining her life.
She's like, goddamn.
The article continues that even in a family full of felons, EJ is the worst of them all. And Amy's like, great, my grandchild would be raised in a house of felons. And Chanel's like, no, we moved out of the house.
Girl, we moved. But I'm also like, I think once the baby's adopted, you won't have contact with it.
Correct.
It won't be your grandchild. It won't be
your grandchild.
Usually,
it'll be this rapist's grandchild.
Well, I was also just again, because one of the episodes I did with Nicole getting a baby with Trask.
Yes.
And I'm like, so adoption in this town is just sort of people meeting up and
handing over babies, and sometimes lawyers are
making
involved.
Personal decisions about if they want to give you their baby or not.
Correct.
It's a popularity contest in Salem to get a baby adopted.
It is. I love also, so when Chanel says that they moved, Amy's like, she's surprised to hear that they left the house. And she asks why. Is it because you believe the allegations in this article? And then all of a sudden, Amy believes the timing of this article is a clear sign from God that I have been seeking. This adoption will not go forward. And she does not stutter at that one. She is crystal clear.
She says, this will not happen. Not on my watch. Well, Ariana Van Sant.
And then ever the comedian, as Amy leaves, Paulina calls after her and goes, you haven't even had your tea.
Well, because it never came. Because you didn't actually order it with anyone.
Order it. You think you're the mayor, and you can just be like, English breakfast tea.
She literally calls it just into the air. That's how she ordered it.
Oh my God. So what? We have an adoption in disarray. And if if it's just a delayed start from school, it's before 10 a.m.
Oh yeah. No,
crazy.
How are these kids going to focus later?
Oh my God. Now, Holly assures Doug her grandmother, Maggie, is the kindest woman. She'll have no problem with Doug staying. This was its own scene, which is why it really stuck out. Then Holly goes, now come on, hand over those pants.
Hand over those pants.
And she holds out her hand.
And when he starts to undo his belt, she
looks.
She's perving on the side.
I wrote pervert. She turns to try to get a look as he turns and undoes
Holly
his pants.
is in the files.
Just when you thought Doug was in the files, Holly is in the files.
They deserve each other.
Oh
She
my
is,
God,
it is,
sicko.
because did her and Tate ever consummate their relationship in
Yes,
her sexy? Oh, okay. So I
yes,
was
they
gonna, so it
did.
wasn't like she's still like
No, 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 no. She's not like, what
jonesing
does it
to.
look like?
No, I mean, it was to the point that I thought maybe the actress thought that they were gonna cut it like as he was like starting. And so she
Right.
was just like like kind of being like goofing
Yeah.
around to do. But like
But
she is
no.
actively
Like, mm,
I
what you
I
got going on down
she's
there?
yeah, she's leering at him.
She is leering at him.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate it.
She's ogling him.
That is correct. That is the correct verb. Now, Maggie has returned to the Kyriakis estate. She comes
And
into
it's
the
on
living
some
room.
fucking bullshit phone call.
This is crazy. She's on the phone with Holly's mom, Nicole, who lives in Paris
Yep.
now.
Oh, okay.
We learn a lot about how Holly bought stuff for her baby brother, and we're going to send it out today. Like, we're now doing a
Is
lot
th
of
and is
mail.
this the baby brother that was born on the side of the road?
Yes,
So they were
yes.
reunited. The
Yes, they
baby
were.
got okay.
They were
Thank God.
eventually reunited.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't need this whole thing about when the baby clothes are going to
No.
get mailed to Paris.
She literally could have just been coming through the door from
Correct.
like with her back. She
Yeah,
didn't need because when did she get home? When did she get on the call?
I don't need it. I don't need it.
We don't need it.
It does more harm than good. Now, Holly comes in. They both have something to talk to each other about. Maggie tells Holly that Julie told her Doug stole her grandmother's diamond necklace, and Holly literally gulps. And Maggie asks if Holly has been covering for Doug all this time.
Hmm.
Cliffhanger, end of scene. Now, I literally wrote, I don't know why they're not at school yet, but Sophia's trying to convince Tate that Holly might understand, if she finds out that Tate, whatever, told on Doug.
Yeah.
Suddenly, there's a knock at the door, and it's Sophia's mom.
A true knock, not a
Not
tapping
a
knock,
tiki 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 tiki.
not a
Yeah,
ASMR knock.
ASMR knock. I also think it's hilarious because, like, Amy didn't know Sophia would be there. She came to talk to Tate, but like, and then she's like, it's
Yeah.
good that you're here, Sophia. I can tell you both at once.
And Tate lives on his own.
Tate lives with his grandparents, who no one is home because it's the middle of the day, question mark.
Okay, great.
And oh no,
Yeah,
his
why?
dad also lives there. I don't know where his dad is.
But yeah, why would her first stop be
Tate.
his place?
Yeah, I couldn't because it's a
Listen.
TV show.
Yep, exactly.
So she's like, oh, how convenient. I'll tell you both at once. The meeting with Chanel didn't go as I'd hoped. Amy explains the adoption isn't in the best interest of the child because of this. And she turns around the tablet.
It's
Thank,
so good.
thank God for big screens. Like, can you
Yeah.
imagine? Like, it wouldn't have the same impact if it was a
Nope.
phone. She's
Nope.
imagine her
It would have been
pulling out a
great if it
laptop.
was a real newspaper. That would have been great.
Look at this. She whips it
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would have
but
been
this is a
awesome.
very this is an iPad
Heavy
centric society.
plot line.
I also love she like shows it to
Yes.
Sophia and then kind of is like,
Moves it
oh,
to
and you
Tate.
look too.
Yes.
It's like she's like, oh,
It's
yeah,
I
you
also
can't
want to be like
you can't see it.
we couldn't have set up the room where like Sophia and Tate were standing next to each other.
And maybe like on the couch together
you
or
just
something.
fold
Like,
it up.
yeah.
No.
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she does weirdly shift it.
Mhm.
And Tate hangs his head in sadness. Meanwhile, Chanel is sobbing in the town square. She has put that
Real
tear
tears,
stick under
yeah.
her eyes. And they are flowing. Paulina is trying to comfort her, and Johnny finally gets there. He asks
Great
where
timing,
Mrs.
dude.
Choi is, and Chanel tells him she left. The adoption is off. And Johnny asks what happened, and Paulina delivers, your father happened.
Yep.
And Johnny clenches his jaw muscles
Yep.
in a rage.
Johnny has a really good head of hair.
He does have a very good head of
I was
hair.
noticing his hair in this episode. It looked
Yeah,
good.
great work. Now Doug's out of the shower and just wearing a towel because Holly didn't get him clothes.
Yeah, no.
He's poking around Holly's room like a maniac, and the music
So weird.
stings when he spots a framed picture of Holly and Tate. And he
Mhm.
slowly picks it up and stares at it like a creep. And now I think he's going to use the big bagel knife on Tate. Meanwhile, downstairs, Holly's trying to explain herself that she knows how precious the necklace is to Julie and that Doug was trying to buy back the necklace from Melinda so he could return it to Julie when he confessed. But Melinda was being totally unreasonable and refused to sell it, and now she's gone and told Julie the truth. But Maggie reveals Melinda didn't tell Julie. Tate did. And Holly is stunned. Now, Amy tells Sophia and Tate that it gives her no pleasure to say this, but they are either going to have to find a suitable, respectable couple, or these teens are going to have to raise this baby themselves.
Get ready, kids.
And Sophia frowns in a crazy way.
Full frown.
She literally
full,
is like
emoji frown. I don't wanna.
It is insane. Meanwhile, we're in the home stretch. EJ leaves a voicemail for Chad, bitching about the article. He says he could wring Leo Stark's little neck. Plus, Chad, his Judas of a brother, and Paulina appears in the DiMeras mansion out of nowhere.
I loved this because I thought he was he came in with the energy of talking, and he's like, I'm gonna do it. And then he's like, anyway, call me back. Whoa, okay.
Paulina appears out of nowhere and remarks how
just
funny
kick the door
in. Yeah, I'm the mayor. Yeah. English breakfast.
Citizens arrest.
So yeah, she's like, how ironic it is that EJ would call anyone Judas when EJ himself is the one who betrayed his family. And EJ's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. And I wrote, how
did you get in here?
I wrote, she proclaims, and the sins of the father have been visited upon the generations.
Bible thumping. I mean, she's been fired up by this interaction with Amy Choi. I mean, she has been radicalized. God warrior. She is God warrior in this moment.
Yes. She explains to EJ that he ruined Johnny and Chanel's chance to adopt, and EJ buries his face in his hands and says he'll do whatever it takes to fix it, but there's nothing he can do. Paulina just wanted to warn him that no one messes with her baby and gets away with it. No one.
Full mama bear. I said
Mama bear.
Paulina is mama bear right now.
Paulina is so mama bear.
She's giving mama bear.
Now, finally, Chanel and Johnny go back to Paulina's place. Chanel literally sighs. She's like, we were so close to having it all.
Weird. Kind of a weird way to process what just happened.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm crying. Then Johnny has a dark look in his eyes. He goes, damn my father, which I thought we weren't doing father and son.
I thought we'd gotten no contact.
Yeah. Johnny insists he's not going to let EJ get away with this. Then Johnny continues that if his ruthless father wasn't a factor, they'd be parents right now. And I'm like, I don't know about all this.
Right now.
She's like, EJ is a factor, and that's not going to change. And then Chanel walks away, leaving Johnny alone with the bagel knife. And he stares down at it and says, we'll see about that.
Oh.
End of episode.
End of app.
I'm exhausted. Grant, what the fuck?
I wish she had just bit into one of the bagels at the end.
Ripped it apart.
Just not if I
Can I tell you
God,
something?
those bagels, I mean, they looked really good.
They did look really good. They just absolutely stole those off of Crafty.
Oh, right off.
They were like, shit, we needed a big knife. Bagels.
Yeah.
So can I tell you a hilarious spoiler that just
oh my God,
your
please.
thing of Chekhov's knife?
Yeah.
For listeners who may not know, the concept of Chekhov's gun is that you introduce a gun into a play, it obviously is going to get used.
Yeah.
EJ does get injured in upcoming episodes. He is shot with a gun.
Oh.
So Johnny does not use this big serrated knife.
God damn.
The knife was literally just for the bagels.
It's a red herring.
It's a red herring.
It was just for the bagels the whole time.
You never would have guessed.
God damn.
Yeah, wow. God damn it.
But I love that they got us thinking down that path.
Something bad's going to happen. I might be recapping this episode next, so I don't want to give too much away, but they do a legitimate clue whodunit EJ is shot, everyone is a suspect. It's really funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
cool.
love that.
What are we feeling? Do we have any contenders for what our title of this episode is going to be? I mean, it's got to
Oh
be
my
something with
gosh.
the bagel knife.
Yeah, or
Chekhov's bagel knife is actually a really good title of
that's
that.
kind of good. Maybe something with the English breakfast tea.
Oh yeah, English breakfast. That Amy Choi
I don't
and the
know.
English breakfast
Chekhov's
tea.
bagel knife is
Chekhov's
pretty
bagel knife
good.
is good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a good one. And that's like a recurring image through the
It's
episode.
really
Yeah.
good. I think there were so many days of our life lessons in this
Yeah.
episode. You know,
Yeah.
they say look for the helpers, look for the weapons around you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can help someone who's sleeping rough, just drop a little baked
Yep.
good
Buy
right in
him
the
a
crook of
scone
their
quickly
butt.
and just, yeah. Yeah. Oh my
And
God. Yeah.
I don't know. Don't rape.
Don't, don't rape.
That's also
Is
what
going
I
to be
would
a
like
good
to say.
one.
I also want to say for the record, I regret saying hot teen lingerie. I
It,
want
there's nothing to regret.
and now I've said it again, but
I
like
know.
in an attempt to strike it from the record.
So stricken.
Thank you, Grant. This is my campaign. If anybody has deets about how old Dougie is, drop them in the comments.
Yeah.
Hit me up, because
Yeah.
I
I mean, the
can't sleep at
graying
night.
at the temples is not,
It's not a good look.
it's not helping any of the situation, but some people go prematurely gray. So
Yeah, it could just be blonde,
maybe he got
really
scared
light
really
blonde.
bad.
When he owed those scary guys money, he was
Yeah.
like, "Eek!"
Yeah.
Now he has gray hair.
That really common situation high schoolers find themselves in where they owe money to bad people.
It's a classic thing that
It's a
happens before you
classic.
turn 19.
Yeah, it's like
It's like a rite of passage.
owe money to
You
bad
get your driver's
people,
license.
prom,
Yeah.
graduation. Yeah, like it's sort of part of just like growing up.
Classic.
Growing up in the burbs, in the suburbs.
Growing up in the metropolis, the sleepy metropolis of Salem.
That's right.
Oh my God, Grant, thank you so much for coming along with me. Who knew one purple suit in an episode could spark such discussion?
Joy. I know. Listen, leave it to me to always come in on a questionable costume choice.
Wardrobe.
It's really where I come alive.
It's your strong suit.
And I'm just happy to be wintering in Salem with you.
Of course, anytime. Grant, would you like to plug anything to all my myriad of listeners?
Well, if you are in Minneapolis, I run a monthly theater event called Table Read, which is every month. I get great actors and we do a one-night performance of something, usually a play, but you don't know what you're going to see until you show up. So it's really fun. I get amazing people to come in and do these readings. There's wine, there's socializing. So yeah, look that up. And I'm at GN Sorenson on Instagram, although I heard Instagram's dying. So,
oh God. Follow me on TikTok at Days of Our Live.
I can't. I had to get off TikTok. I was getting in wars with people.
Oh, yeah. You have to get out of the comment.
I was like getting into like comment wars with like Shakespeare content creators. And I was like, this is a really low. I was like, I got it. I was,
You've actually made a good choice.
I was like,
remove
I got
yourself.
it. I got it. Yeah. Just for my own mental health.
Anyways, people, if you're listening, thank you so much. Do follow me if you have a TikTok and haven't had to remove yourself from the platform because you've been getting into comment wars with Shakespeare creators. Follow me at Days of Our Live. Follow me on Instagram at Sorry the Days Podcast. This episode has so many funny pictures that we're going to be putting up. Subscribe to the podcast, leave a rating and a review. And just, God bless, we have to do more for these poor souls. If you can do more for these poor souls in your life, please do.
Please do.
Thank you so much. And everyone go have a cup of English breakfast tea on Amy Choi.
Yes.
I love it. Cheers, everyone. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.